I'm Courtney. Welcome to our podcast, On and Off the Table.
We're two massage therapists talking real life and no topic is off the table. Join us every Wednesday for a new episode. We're back. We're here. We have a guest today.
Hello, I'm Alex.
Thanks so much for being here.
Thanks for having me.
Yeah,
Hell
definitely.
This is pretty cool. It's my first podcast ever.
Whoop whoop. Same.
So, yeah, this will be great. I also am a massage therapist. I run my own practice. It's called Precision Bodyworks. And I got into that because my weightlifting coaches introduced me to their old massage therapist. And I told him I had ideas about going to school for physical therapy. And he said, that's really cool, but that's going to be a lot of schooling. You should look into massage. And then I did. And I went to CIMT. I studied neuromuscular massage therapy. That's really cool. And I've been practicing for like 5 years.
Cool.
You graduated the class ahead of me, right? 2019 or wait.
2020, I think. I
Which
graduated.
which season were you?
I was fall.
Oh.
Of 2019.
Okay.
I think. It was a long time ago.
That's fair. I'm like,
I know I've been practicing for 5 years. I know I started practicing like in peak COVID.
yeah.
And I was like, we're just going to keep doing this thing. People are going to want massage with or without COVID, and I'm going to be here for it. And that worked in my favor, so that was pretty
Hell
nice.
yeah, dude.
That is where I met Annie. Annie and I have been friends for 5 years or more.
And you're one of my massage therapists, and I
Yes.
see you on Sunday.
It's pretty sick.
I'm so excited.
Jealous.
Neuromuscular is cool, but the more and more Annie and I talk, the more and more it's that's just a small piece of it,
For sure.
right?
Yeah.
But, there's so many other things.
It's been so neat to watch you like transform as a therapist over the last 5 years too. I'm like, oh, like you're also like becoming like an energetic, like, I don't want to say woo woo type of person, but like,
But
yeah.
I talk about it with people.
yeah.
I had a lady, she said she had a chronic like left shoulder thing. We've been working on it for a while. She's gone to PTs, acupuncture, all these things. She had made mention about like some PTSD thing, and I was like, your shoulder could be an emotional thing. And I was like, you should maybe go look into like some somatic therapy because that might help. And she's like, I was kind of thinking it maybe was emotional. And I'm like, yeah, because you're not going to let me fix it. It's a different thing. So
What made you want to use him as one of your massage therapists?
I honestly, like, I don't know. I don't think I have like a real answer. Like, not that I don't remember when we met. Like, I know that we had some similar electives, and I feel like I was like, I like vibe with him. Like, I think we get along, and I don't remember at all the first time I came to see you. It was so long ago. I'm
Same.
like,
I was in the same spot.
yeah, in the mall.
Yeah.
Always been.
It's in the mall?
It's in the mall.
Okay.
Yeah.
How do you like that as a location?
It's okay. The gym that I work with is great because I work alongside an athletic trainer and he feeds me clients, which is really a really symbiotic relationship. My biggest gripe about it is when people go on a scavenger hunt to find me. They're like down by Macy's and they're like, where are you? I can't
I'm
find
right
you.
across from Dick's Sporting Goods.
Yeah, just park in front of Dick's, walk through the hall. You can't miss the gym. And but people don't read those texts, and they, help!
Yep.
I'm lost in the mall.
Yeah.
I just need a massage.
Next thing you know,
What a
they're like in
conundrum.
Victoria's Secret or something.
Like, well, I didn't plan to be here, but since I'm here.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, that I would never, I mean, you hear of massage as like the little kiosk in the middle at malls, but yeah, I would never think of like a
People have asked if I work at the We Need a Massage place upstairs.
You're like, God, no.
I was like, no, I don't meet the prerequisite of being Asian to work up there. Sorry.
Do you work out of the gym that you work in?
Now I do.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. Since Bailey's been here, that's where I work out. It's just easier time management
Yeah.
and stuff like that. Either before work or right after. Depends on how I'm feeling. So,
Nice.
or I squeeze it in on a lunch break. So, yeah.
You're a better man than me.
They're quickies.
I sweat too much for that.
I know. I'm
Same.
like, I could not. Like, I'm sweating right now.
Yeah.
So we brought Alex on today to talk about being a male massage therapist and what that experience has been like for you. Because I did a little quick Google search beforehand, and only 16% of massage therapists are male. And I said, wow, so how does it feel being part of an elite group?
Yeah.
Pretty good. There are some speed bumps that I've experienced along the way. The easiest one to talk about is most people look at me and assume that I am here to give them all of the pressure in the world, and they think that I can break whatever it is that's bothering them into a million pieces, and I probably could, but that's not the point of massage. And teaching that to all of my clients that have presented that to me has been interesting. Yeah. Typically, like, military guys are like, yeah, I need deep pressure. You can't hurt me. And those are the easiest people to hurt because they are so guarded anyway. And
Can barely handle any pressure.
yeah, the moment you touch them, they're holding their breath and they can't, like, chill. You know?
That's like half of the work too.
Right?
Like,
Yeah.
I tell my clients, I'm like, you're here to work also. Like, it's, you have a job.
Right.
So, yeah. And if they're not able to like relax into it, it's just like, what are we doing?
Yeah, we're working together.
Yeah.
We can't fix your problems. I explain to a lot of my clients, especially in this regard, is like, I'm just shining some light on areas that are dark in your neural network and how you communicate with your body. And if you feel these areas where you feel guarded, unless I'm actually hurting you, try to breathe into it and relax. Maybe identify that it's just an experience and you can kind of breathe through it and we can work together.
That's awesome. I like that, how you put that.
Yeah, thanks.
I have to go back and listen
I know.
to
I was
it
like,
again.
damn, that was really good. Just an experience, of course. Well, of course it is.
Yeah. Most of the time, those people will be like, wow, that felt really weird. And then I will be like, okay, describe the weird to me. And then they describe something that I would say feels like a fascial stretch or something maybe referring to another area, but it doesn't hurt, right? And it's just like, oh, I observed that. Cool. Observe that, make a mental note. We can go work on that later. You can go work on that later. But teaching people that they don't need to be crushed in a massage has been my main mission since getting into this. It's been pretty cool. She's helped teach me that too. She's come in and she's been like, I don't need deep tissue today. It's been a really good opportunity to practice, like meeting people where they're at and stuff like that. You know?
Nice. I like that. What would you say? So that's what you would say is your biggest challenge?
Yeah.
Okay. What
It's
else?
the easiest one to talk about.
Okay.
I think the other one that is a little harder to talk about is people who are, and this goes on both sides, people who are guarded and they think that I am magically a massage therapist and I'm in it for nefarious reasons. I have thought about how I would say this. I feel like it's the opposite of what I think female therapists go through, where they may be solicited for inappropriate things. People have come in and we like talk and we get to know each other before we start our first massage with them, and people are just on edge, like no funny business. Well, of course there'd be no funny business, because I would not have a license if we did silly things like that. That has been really weird to work around, but once we get into things, most people realize that that's not what we're doing, and they relax pretty quick. But it's a thing that comes up. Oh, I'm not interested in anything. I've never had a guy massage therapist before. Okay. Well, have you had a massage? Yeah, but only with girls. Oh. Okay. Well, just let me know if there's something you don't like, and I'll change it. You know?
It's probably gonna be pretty similar.
It's gonna be pretty similar. My hands will just be a little bigger. That's about it. That's about it. So.
Oh my god.
Wow.
Yeah. So.
Child.
That one is a little touchy, I think, because I feel defensive in that regard, right? Like, I got into this to help people, not to hurt people. So when I pick that up off of people or they present it, I have to find myself being more intentional about grounding myself before the massage, because I'm usually like, I don't know how this is going to work.
Yeah.
But we rally and we find our way through it. So,
Yeah.
you know,
I had something to bring up along those lines that you shared, that I've had some pretty horrible experiences with male massage therapists. More than one, unfortunately.
that sucks.
Yeah, and so I have naturally like a little bit of a bias around it, and I know that, like, based on a lot of conversations I've had and things, like, I'm not the only one, and I think that's probably where a lot of that can come from with people. Totally. And so, but it just honestly sucks that that's like a blanket stereotype that male massage therapists have to deal with. But I think that that's like a really prominent thing with male.
It sucks that you had a tarnishing experience like that.
More than one. Yeah, probably about 4 with 4 different males. So honestly, for me, from my experience, like, I will never book with a male again. Like, it's just not worth it. Totally. And I have worked with male massage therapists that like, we've talked about, you know, their similar struggles to you, like feeling defensive, and or if they are colleagues or working at the same place with, you know, multiple like female massage therapists, like the females are more booked than the males. So I wondered, like, you know, if you had any experience with like it being harder to fill your schedule in any way, or because I think because of the stereotype, like the front desk who's booking just automatically puts clients with females, or there's a preference there, because obviously there's a lot of like sexual trauma and sexual abuse and things that have happened where, you know, what do I want to say? Like, it just feels like taking the safer route. I don't know. That's not.
I get what you're saying.
Yeah.
Totally. And I don't think any of that should be minimized either.
Yeah.
To answer your question about the scheduling aspect of it, I did work at a chiro clinic for a little bit, and there was one other male therapist and I think 3 other female therapists. I did not have a problem filling my schedule. Yeah. Because I like this job a lot. I do my best to I know that those things can happen or be misinterpreted. But I do my best to stay in my lane and make sure that people are comfortable. If somebody does feel guarded, or if they feel like they're like pushing me off in that realm of I'm working on a female, then I will talk to them about it, or I will drape them more, you know. But when I was working at Thrive, I did fill my schedule quickly, and the once people heard about what I was doing, people requested me over the females, which was pretty freaking cool.
Yeah.
So
That's a cool feeling.
yeah.
I was gonna say, like, the way that, like, we just met, and I'm like super comfortable with you, and I think it's probably just who you are as a person, that
Thank you.
You kind of just came in here and you were like, hey, yeah, like, here's the elephant in the room, you know, like, let's acknowledge
Yeah.
it. I think the acknowledgement is really like says a lot about like your approach and how you would, you know, be as a massage therapist, and that really makes people feel you know, safe and like reassured that it's just like talking about it and acknowledging it just goes a long way.
Yeah,
So,
for sure.
Yeah.
I don't think that's an issue that should be swept under the rug.
No,
It
yeah.
just makes it feel worse.
Yeah. And I think like when we're working, we tell all of our clients, like, if I'm doing anything that makes you uncomfortable, tell me, like,
Yep.
because we are very intuitive, but we are not mind readers.
Yeah.
And so, like, yeah, people tell me. I have kind of on that regard, I had this one client, I was doing glute work and I did undrape her glutes. And then she made mention about it and she was like, I feel like my entire glute is out. And I was like, I'm sorry. I was like, we can just work it on top of the sheet. I didn't know. Yeah. And then it was over. It was fine. And she thanked me for it later. I was just kind of going through the motions at that time. And I didn't really think about it because I have people who are fine with it, people who aren't, and that person was not.
Yeah.
But I'm glad she told me, right? Instead of just suppressing it and then being angry with me later.
Yeah.
Or
you know?
potentially saying like something about you, like, and you're like, well, I didn't even have the opportunity to like fix
that.
Yeah.
the problem.
But it sounds like the base, like, foundation that you lay is like open communication, you know, so like the fact that I think they feel safe enough to speak up and say something like in the moment says a lot,
Yeah.
honestly.
Yeah. Well, and yeah, our job reserves no room for judgment. So it's like, totally speak up, tell me so we can move. It's their massage.
Yep.
Right. So tell me so I can give you a good massage. You know what I mean?
I feel like at this point I was thinking like how I feel as a client on the table. Like, not once have I ever felt uncomfortable. Like, that's like not in the realm of possibility with you. And I feel like at this point I'm like directing you to like, I'm like, hey, can you like go back to my infraspinatus? I'm like, can you do this? Can you do this? Like,
You just know what you want.
I do.
You know what you want.
Yep. And the one and only time I've ever had an emotional release on the table was on your table. And like, I felt so comfortable the whole time. Like, you didn't like continue to ask if I was okay. Like, you asked me once, you grabbed me some tissues. Like, you thought I was laughing at first, which is like totally understandable.
I was gonna say,
I'm like, yeah, if I'm shaking, it's really one or the other. And it's hard to differentiate. But like, I was like, oh, cool. I feel like I can break down in front of you, and it was just fine. It was a really cool experience.
Yeah, that says a lot if someone feels safe enough. Yeah,
For sure.
So do you feel like you spend a lot of your time like counteracting that as a male massage therapist? Like, if you were to think about like a female and how, you know, just the difference, I guess.
Where I'm at now, not so much. That was definitely more like a earlier establishing myself kind of thing. I'm very fortunate right at where I'm at. I have a lot of like regulars and a lot of consistent clients. We've built very strong, very healthy rapport with each other, and I think I don't deal with that now. I think learning that stuff early on has allowed me to circumvent those like speed bumps or those areas of tension a lot easier and a lot more effectively. I guess most recently I had a nurse on the table and I was working her shoulders, and I'm sure we've all experienced someone when you take their arm off the side of the table when they're prone and they hold their arm one direction or the other. She was externally rotated and like reaching towards her head, and I checked in. Is everything okay? Is this pressure too much? Oh no, it's fine. It feels really good. It's like, okay.
Wait, were you holding her arm like
No.
off the table?
Her arm was draped off the side of the table.
Oh,
And so she was
one
like,
of these.
and
Okay.
she was doing this face down.
Oh, okay. Okay.
And I was like, okay, well, can you try to let your arm relax? I didn't get stuck on it. I just kind of let her do her thing. And we talked about it after because she told me that it was okay. And then after the session, she asked what my opinions of her crunchy back were, because that was her, what she said her last therapist at some chain place said. And I asked for permission to speak candidly with her, and she said, yeah, go for it. And I said, well, what I observed while you were on the table, you told me that everything was okay, but gravity was not in effect. Like your arm was not limp. You were holding your arm. If I were to pick something that was a problem with your back, it was the inability to relax. And she received it really well. She booked again, and that was really cool, right?
Nice.
So where I think she may have been experiencing some of that like protection and guarding against me, I let her feel that and gave her the space to feel that, and then we gently talked about it when we were both fully dressed and both off the table and not in that weird power dynamic, right?
Yeah.
So
Nice.
try to level that field and then bring awareness to where she was at. So yeah.
It's just
Amazing.
like props. I'm just like, that's my massage therapist. I'm like a proud parent.
You taught me a lot of that stuff too, though. So
Yeah.
Annie made me more aware of the emotional facets of massage and really the like psychological aspects of all of it and what body work really entails. I said at the beginning, I got into neuromuscular massage. If I were to define neuromuscular massage, it's not what they taught us in school. It's what we're talking about now, the emotional, psychological, or biopsychosocial pain model nonsense. Like, it's everything. And I think we are just conduits to help people realize all of those things. And we do it through their muscles. So, yeah, it's cool stuff.
So cool.
I feel like every other episode I'm like, man, what we do is so cool.
Like, wow.
Yeah, and it is interesting that you mentioned that the like psychological angle of it. You know, we're not therapists, but it's also like we have to be sensitive to, you know, those types of things and not just like willy-nilly like do whatever,
Right.
and not care about what the consequence is going to be or well, it sounds like your clients are really lucky to have you. Yeah. Has that client gotten better about just acknowledging where she's holding or
I
guarding?
haven't seen her for the second time yet.
Okay.
But she's on the books. I'll see her soon. So I'll let you guys know.
Yeah, keep us updated.
I'll let you guys know.
Very cool.
Yeah.
Do you have questions? Because I have questions like written down.
I had questions written down, but I feel like like I said, he kind of just came in here and
did the damn thing.
Like kind of answered everything right off the bat that I had.
When you tell like a random person what you do for work, like what's the response you get?
I'm so glad you brought that up because I have so many experiences with that. Most people, their jaw hits the floor, like is like the general response. People don't. I think they just have that in their head. That what would that be? 84% of massage therapists are female, so it's like.
You just did quick math. I was like, what?
when I tell people that I'm a massage therapist, they just don't. They almost don't believe me. One night at bowling league, this one guy was like, "What do you do?" Gesturing to like just my size,
your stature.
Yeah, he's like, "What do you do?" And I was like, "I'm a massage therapist." And he goes, "Oh, okay, nice." And then just like walked away and like didn't want to carry on the conversation that he was very curious about.
You're like, wait, what do you do?
Yeah.
Where are you going?
Yeah, and like, hold on, come back. Where did your mind just go when I told you that?
Right.
You know? And then like, I'm a massage therapist, not a sex worker. So I don't know where your mind went, but I don't know why me saying that was like repulsive to you.
How old was this person?
He was definitely like 60s-ish.
Boomer.
Yeah, boomer for sure. Yeah. But I have some boomer clients that love me too.
Oh no, they're not.
And they learn.
Yeah, they're not all bad,
They're
but
not
like,
all bad. Yeah. When I told my family that I was gonna do this, they were a little skeptical about it. I had tried my hand in personal training. That's really hard. That's hard because you have to convince people to work out. And some people just, they're not there.
a lot of people aren't.
It's much easier to convince somebody to just lay down and take a chill pill, right? So for running a business and working by myself, massage just seemed like an easier route to go once I was shown that door, right? But yeah, when people typically are just very surprised. I think people think that I'm a football player or I do something in tech. The most tech I do is navigate my Square app and figure out how to make that work for me and my
Seriously,
clients.
Square, you need to do better.
Square can do so much better. Why does the Rolodex on the clock not go all the way around?
What?
Like when you're scheduling somebody, if you're like,
oh my god, and then it just goes
it doesn't. You have to go. It goes
Up or down.
Yeah, it goes all the way up to 59, or it goes all the way down to 0. But it doesn't complete the loop.
Yeah.
So if you're at like, if I'm booking you at 11:45, and it's at like 11, I can't just go back 15. I have to go forward 45.
That's so stupid.
Hit him with the numbers again.
Yes.
Numbers couldn't be me.
Is it for our like people who are listening and not watching? Is it okay to talk about how tall you are?
Totally.
Yeah.
I'm 6'4".
Okay.
I'm 6'4", and 275 pounds of leaning power for massage pressure and stuff like that. So
I like the way you phrased that.
Yeah. And
maybe even more if you got some leverage somehow or something.
Yeah, totally.
You know?
Yeah.
Jumped on the table.
I tell people a lot. They're like, "Oh my God, that feels like you're working so hard." I'm like, "I'm not. I'm just leaning on you.
Just chilling.
I'm just leaning. We're hanging out right now, so this is gonna take
casual.
This is gonna take a minute. So I'm not gonna like hold something for a very long time with my fingers or my
tiniest joints. Don't hurt them.
Yeah. This guy, my forearms are fantastic. So, yeah.
I would say like fists and forearms, like probably 90% of what I use.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
I feel like I do a lot of like
Rocking.
light jostling like with my fingers.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
It looks like it feels good though.
yeah, when I've received it, I'm like, yeah, that's.
I'm like, I'm like thumb. I use a lot of thumb. I'm just sitting here. Yeah. I feel like with the leaning, like it's more work to like not lean completely. Like if they needed less, you're like, okay, but it's like more energy consuming to not lean completely in. You know?
Yeah.
I wonder, you're probably not hypermobile, but I don't want to assume.
No.
I feel like when I'm leaning on someone, I have to check myself so hard that I'm not like in my shoulder.
Hyperextend
and
or
I'm
like,
Yes.
yeah.
oh my God.
I have to do that. I think that's for me. I just think that's like a point of me being lazy and not stacking. You know, usually I'm doing that like towards the latter half
Right,
of my
you're
day.
tired,
And I'm just like,
not lazy.
Yeah. I know my head's like a million pounds. Yeah.
I can tell when it's been a long week when my body mechanics are very shrimpy.
Yep. And then I'm like, I have not looked at one of these four walls at all today. So yeah.
Every new place I've worked, I like map out like based on where I'm at around the table, like certain like areas to look so that my eyes just can like go there and I don't have to like think like, okay, I don't know.
That's neat. I like that.
I've hung a nice picture in my room. I have a fish tank in my room.
That's really cool.
It gives me something. I need to look at my beautiful fish a little more, but it gives me something to look at and not get so lost in the monotony that our jobs can have, right? Which we adapt all the time, but we adapt our how we approach things. It's somewhat of a flow and a routine, and then it's hard not to fall into the rut of it becoming like automatic.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
It's like, wait, slow down, pay attention.
Right.
They're not receiving this right now. Chill for a second.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't want to say I hate when I slip into that because it's like it's so normal, and like any person in any job slips into a workflow.
Totally.
And I'm like, stop it. Like, be here, be right here.
We have one of the most unique jobs that's like requires like so much checking in with how present we're being and like, are we being intentional and are we being compassionate toward like the person on the table. I think if you work a desk job at a computer, like you just can check out and you don't really I mean, you check in with yourself, but I don't know, but then after 8 hours like
done. When I was working at Thrive, there was a female therapist I worked with, and she summed up our job in the most beautiful phrase. She said, she's been doing this for a long time. I think at the time she was at like 17 years.
Wow, that's cool.
Yeah. And she said, I never realized that getting into massage was a career in self-help. And yeah. Like anytime I feel like someone is being standoffish or being bitchy or something, right?
Just projecting something onto you.
Yeah, I usually at the end of the day reflect on that, and I'm like, to what you said, I was probably projecting something on them in that moment, and where next time I see them, how can I make that better? Now,
not necessarily.
If I adjust and I make it better and I still feel that, then I'm like, okay,
it's
a them problem.
I did my due diligence, and I can't feel bad about that.
Yep.
And then you don't offer to rebook necessarily.
Exactly.
Bye, have a great day.
Yeah, see you next time.
I feel like having a certain standard for yourself is so important instead of being in a room alone with assholes all day. Like,
that's draining.
Can't do that.
That was a hard thing to learn at the beginning, was like firing clients, and I don't necessarily fire. I have not had to fire many. I've had to fire a few, but I'm glad that they're not there, right? Because there have been some clients that are just like draining before they get there, and you're like,
when you see them on your calendar, you're like, oh man,
please cancel. I hope you're okay, but please cancel.
Yeah.
I could use a break. Or I can go home early. You know? Whatever.
Yeah. I always feel like people canceling last minute always comes at like the perfect time where I'm like, I have nothing left to give, and then I check my phone and I'm like, hallelujah.
The last time that happened for me, the person had scheduled, my time blocks are 10, 12, 2, and 4, like with an occasional like weird something or other. But the client didn't show up at 4, and they had a gift card, and I was like, I know I'm gonna see them, like they're a regular's husband, and I'm like, I know I'm gonna see him, like it's fine. And I had gotten like a really upsetting phone call that day, and I was like, I cannot actually like text him, because I like text people like 10 minutes after the time. I'm like, I have no energy. I was like, I'm just gonna go home. And I felt so bad about it. I was like, but like, you didn't show up. And then he texted me at like 5. He's like, hey, I'm here. I was like, I'm at home.
How much later?
He texted me at 5. He was like, oh my God, I'm so sorry. I thought my appointment was at 4:45. I was like,
what time was it?
5. Like his original appointment was at 4.
Okay, and he texted
me at 5, thinking that his appointment was at 4:45.
Got
it. I was like sitting on my deck with Poe, and I was like, oh, couldn't possibly. I was like, I'm so sorry. I am at home. We can reschedule you.
Yep, that ship sailed.
I'm not going back.
I'm already an hour into my night off. Sorry.
Yeah.
I do feel like there's like a mental shift, like when you know you're done for the day, like you're done, you know, like there's really no last minute turning it back on again.
When my hardest thing is when my day is over, there's like everybody wants to talk to me. Oh, like the jiu-jitsu family across the hall, they just want to, like, the mom wants to tell me about her day and how hard her work was, and I'm like, it's a balancing act. Because I want to be a total asshole and just be like, I have no more energy to listen to anything from anybody anymore. I've been compassionate all day and empathetic all day. I have 0 left.
Yeah.
I'm gonna run you over.
I was gonna say, the difference between what you just said, like if somebody said that to me, I would be like, I would receive it like so well. And then Annie's the asshole, and she's like, I'm gonna run you over with my car. Like that's the real asshole thing to say.
Yeah, don't get it twisted for how we look. I'm the asshole.
But no, I think that would be totally reasonable to say to someone. Like I would be like, oh my gosh, like thank you so much for, you know, being stating honest. What you need. Yeah.
Totally.
But also, I don't know how, like we would receive that well.
I'm like, but it's me.
But like a normal human being who maybe has never heard that in that context might be like,
they're just like
clutching their pearls.
Yeah. She's just, in her mind, she's just doing her daily trauma dump.
Yeah.
Right? And then it's like her husband probably listens at a husband level or whatever.
I love that you're saying that and you're like a husband and a dad.
Look, I think everybody's buckets get full at some point. I know. So he's probably not listening the same way that I listen in the moment, but I'm acting, and that's the problem with her. And I'm like, fuck, read a room. Like, read a room. I'm cleaning and I'm not even looking at you. You're just talking at me. And then I'm like walking towards the door, and she's just stuck and just like
following you,
telling me all of her things. And I'm like, I've worked all day. I don't. If my face doesn't say I don't care, and I say I don't care, it's going to come across as like crazy aggressive. No matter how much sugar I put on that cookie, it's going to be bad. But
and if she received it badly, like what would be the harm in that?
she probably wouldn't talk to me anymore. And I think that's a good thing.
Okay, we found the solution.
That's so good.
Yeah.
Touche. I like it.
So I have some like a few other questions.
Cool.
I feel like I haven't booked online with you in like a century, so like I don't remember what your website looks like or says. But like, has anyone ever booked with you not knowing that you are a man?
Yes.
And then been surprised? And how did you navigate that?
That's happened a few times. I go by Alex, and there are
Duh.
girl Alexes too.
Yeah.
And so,
Neutral name. Yeah.
and I have had that. I wasn't expecting a guy Alex is typically how that conversation goes. And I said, okay, I don't have a girl Alex around, so do you want to do this, or do you want to cancel and pay me anyway? And they're like, oh, well, I'm here for a massage. Oh, okay, well, Mr. Alex will take care of you then, and we'll see how that goes. So,
Mr. Alex LMT.
yeah.
How many times has it happened?
With my website, not very many.
Yeah.
I think that's happened like a total of like 4 or 5 times. That happened more when I was working at Thrive.
Oh.
Because the front desk they would say, oh, Alex is available. And then people would be like, oh, Alexis is available. Sick.
Alexis.
And then they come back and see me and they're like,
You're not Alexis.
You're not Alexis.
Well, you might be, but
maybe. But you'll like the massage either way. So
Yeah.
whether Alexis is massaging you or Mr. Alex is massaging you, it's probably going to be the same thing. So
I feel like you need to get a t-shirt that says Mr. Alex, but on the back says Alexis.
that'd be so good. Just confuse everybody.
I just thought of another question.
Yes.
Do you feel like men are apprehensive in receiving touch from you?
Yes.
That was one of mine.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yes. I think that is a huge thing to unpack.
For sure.
Yeah.
We could have you on again another
My
time.
buddy and I, Annie knows him.
Josh.
Josh.
Yeah.
Him and I do trades all the time. Josh will say in this regard, I don't know how these guys can be so narcissistic. Not everybody wants to touch them. Okay. And I kind of agree with that. Like, okay, your apprehension is like some deep-rooted like sexual tension going on that you're reading into that's not existent here. So, yeah, when they are apprehensive, it makes me feel gross because I'm like, dude, I'm here to help you. And if you actually put those guards down, it would make you feel better. Also, I'm not going to massage that. Nobody in this industry is going to massage that for you.
Yeah.
And I think that's where the apprehension comes from, is they're like, I hope he doesn't give me a happy ending.
Yeah.
But I hope maybe Alexis did.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
Which is like the really weird, unbalanced double standard in our industry, which is like and to your point, like what you said, people maybe have experienced things, and that does make it uncomfortable or an uphill battle for the good male therapists out there. But that's not why people get into this job. There are bad apples out there, and that just sucks.
Yeah.
That really sucks. But to that apprehension, I usually just bullshit with those guys who are very apprehensive about it. And I give them like guy time, and I don't try to be super duper empathetic. I don't open that up. I kind of approach that more as like I'm like shooting the shit with them while I'm giving them a back rub.
Yeah.
Right.
It's
And
probably
sports massage,
received
like-
well.
yeah, and then I'll ask, what's your football team?
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh yeah. cool. I like the Chiefs too. And then we talk about whatever they want to talk about, and I don't know anything other than like the names of the teams, and we can just, it gets them through it, and then they actually are like, oh, this guy's cool. And then
slowly peel back layers over time.
Totally.
Yeah.
Because I can't meet that with force. Whatever that apprehension is, I have to like 3D chess them, and they'll be like, he's actually really cool. This is nice. Actually, that was a really good massage. Thank you, dude.
Yeah.
You're welcome. Can you give me a hug too? I knew it.
I love that.
Yeah, so you're like almost like manipulating them in like a way to
In a very just trying to get to a good spot way.
Obviously. Yeah.
They booked the massage. So like they wanted a massage, and this is what they got, whether they didn't know on my website or the front desk person didn't tell them. And if you were going to go to like the Broadmoor or something like that, it's what is available, and you get what you get. And then every single person there is now different world, but they're all getting the same massage, whether it's me or Annie or you working on her. So on that person. So it's like, to that, they got to get over it, or they got to go somewhere else. Right? Yeah. So
I interviewed for, this is kind of off of that. I interviewed for Flying Horse like forever ago. And like, I feel like my massages are relaxing. Like maybe at the time I definitely wasn't in like the growth area that I am now, but afterwards I already knew I didn't want to work there, and I was like, didn't know how to not go through with the fit, like the hands-on in part of the interview, and I should have just said no. But afterwards, like, yeah, so like that was really great, but like we're not looking for someone like with your style and technique. And I was like, yeah, you just want like a clone of everyone that you have here, so it's the same massage every time.
Basically, we don't want someone with style, like their own style. We want our
factory
cookie cutter.
I was like, cool. I didn't want to drive all the way up north anyway.
That blows my mind, because whatever your massage is
so much better.
Is so much better, and is worth whatever like price that they're charging. Right.
That was the weirdest part, though. They were like, you're gonna get a base pay of something so weird and low. It was like $13 an hour plus tips plus like 20% commission on, and I was like, that sounds like a whole bunch of bullshit that doesn't make sense to me. And it's like, that feels gross.
Just feels like you keep listing like things that aren't fully adding up to much of anything.
I'm like, I'm not great at math, but like that's not adding up.
Are you currently taking new clients?
The right answer is no.
Okay.
The right answer.
You work too much, or
baby.
I'm working really part-time now, and the schedule just books up a lot faster than it was when I had two whole other days to work with.
Okay.
At that point, before Bailey came, I was taking as many new clients as I could, but I had experienced like a bottleneck anyway, which is a really good problem to have. But I took a note out of Annie's playbook. I work 3 days a week on average. It's freaking awesome. I get to hang out with Bailey all the time and watch her blow spit bubbles and play and crawl and change diapers. It's
cute.
Pretty cute. It's awesome. And yeah, my new work schedule is every Thursday and Friday and every other weekend, and that's pretty chill. When I have to work the weekends, it feels like a grind, but I have to tell myself I'm only doing 4 days, and I do load those 4 days up, but it's like, it's only 4 days and then you're off for 3, and then you work 2 and then you're off for like 5. So it's like, it's really not that bad compared to what I was doing before Bailey came. I was like killing myself. I was hungry, as the guy who got me into massage told me. He's like, you're young, you're hungry, and I was I was bookending people and squeezing people in gaps that didn't need to exist. And I was like I was trying to hit 40 hours of massage.
Oh my gosh.
Christ.
Suicide. And I'm really glad that this has changed because it makes me appreciate the work a little bit more. Mm-hmm. The quality is better instead of the quantity. Mm-hmm. And work less and do better work. Mm-hmm. It makes me feel better. I was definitely drained when I was working way too much. Mm-hmm. Didn't want to go. There was no like, let's go hang out with our friends after work. I was like, no, you can. Yeah. I'm gonna go like hide in a dark room for a little while. And like,
gonna go potato.
Yeah.
Yeah. I'm gonna veg.
I feel like scarcity mindset's a really hard thing to overcome. Like grinding because you think that's like gonna get you the money, and it's like actually everything responds better when you take care of yourself better and slow down and just like let things come to you. Mm-hmm. It's been a real doozy to.
This is a total random thing, but you're here and this is something that we talk about. It's kind of a little off topic.
That's what this whole thing's about.
Cool. I did not have an emotional release on the table, but I had the craziest emotional release Friday and a half ago, like 2 Fridays ago.
Oh yeah, tell me about it.
Okay. And to the point of self-care.
If you want to.
No, I want to. To the point of like taking care of yourself and things respond better.
Yay.
And shit like that. It's a great story. I'm packing up all of my stuff in Bailey for work. She comes to work with me. And the gym owner's wife watches her for me. And
okay. So, amazing.
I pack her up. I put her in the car seat. And she lets her rip, and she sounds like a little like two-stroke. Just I was like, oh man, dude, like I've got to go. Like we've got to go. Like, I'll change you when we get there. That was the wrong call. Okay, I take her car seat out, click it into the stroller, and I see the stroller is the car seat is like dripping.
Oh God!
And I was like barely on time, and I was like, dude, you've got to be freaking kidding me. And then to add a little more to the hullabub of the day.
I'm like, are you listening?
My wife was giving me extra instructions to make sure I was not doing things incorrectly. And so I was like, dude, I've got a brain. I can figure this out. I've got it.
If that's not me, I don't know what it is.
So I failed to tell Denise, Bailey's babysitter for the day, I failed to tell her that I started at 9:30 that day. Okay, when we usually start at 9. But that's because I was assuming things, and I should have just told her, right? Like, yeah, you could come in 30 minutes later, it's chill. All of that's pedantics. It doesn't matter. I come in, her husband's on the gym floor coaching, and I'm like stressed. I'm like, fuck, my baby's covered in shit. My client is already in there. Like, she's
on the table.
She's like, yeah, she's basically chilling in the room, like waiting for me. And like, I'm like, fuck, all right, I can get in there. And I'm already just like stressed.
What's that smell?
Jay sees me and he greets me with, "You're in trouble."
Oh.
And I was like, great. I'm always in trouble, so there's nothing fucking new. And I like make a beeline to the back. I understood why I was in trouble already. I pull Bailey into the office. I'm like, Denise, sorry I didn't tell you that we started at 9:30, but I'm gonna go change her diaper now. She had a blowout, so I'll be back in a minute. I go change her. I'm like fuming and trying to like ground myself in the process of changing the diaper. And it's a whole like washing machine of emotions all happening at once. I could feel that I was like bubbling, right? So I like hand her off. I walk back. Bailey, or my client, sees me and Bailey. She goes, "Oh, baby." I was like, "Now's not the time. I'll be with you in just a sec." Like, she's covered in poop. I got to take care of this. And hand her off. Everything's like transitioned to now I have to like work. But I'm like irritated and not ready to like lay hands on anybody.
Yeah.
So I'm in the kitchen. I like put my food and Bailey's food in the fridge, and like washing my face, right? I'm like on the verge of tears, but I'm like washing them back. I was like, we'll deal with this later, which is like a standard operating procedure that I've been doing. Jay could smell that shit on me from a mile away that I was like not okay. And he came back and he corners me in the kitchen and he goes, Alex, he catches me wet-handed as I'm washing my face. And he's like, Alex, are you okay? And I was like, yeah, I'm good. And I like tried to skirt around him and he was like, Alex, fucking look at me. And I look at him and then that was it.
The dam broke.
The dam fucking shattered. And I was like, no, I'm not okay. And then I didn't really say much else. I just fucking
blah, blah.
blah, blah, yeah, blah, blah, blah. I was like holding my breath. I was apprehensive. I was tight. I was not willing to let that happen. It was happening anyway. He goes, hey man, he puts his hand on my shoulder. That made it worse. Because I was like, fuck, I don't need comfort right now. I need to be a tough dude and get this over with. It's fine. And he was
don't like, another dude touching you, you know?
Yeah,
it's
totally,
like you reverted into your, you know. Yeah.
It's a conditioned thing.
Yeah,
it
totally.
really is.
Yeah, but let me tell you, I believed in emotional releases before, but I believe in it like so much more after going through that. He told me like, hey, it's okay. Like, I know you're going through a lot. I know you're doing a lot at the house. I know that you're doing a lot here when you are here. Like, it's okay. I was just giving you a hard time. I should have said hello. I'm sorry. But he was like, the only thing I'm going to tell you is over communication is okay. And I was like, okay. Trying to fucking keep it together. That day was really hard. I was exhausted after that day.
From letting all that out.
Yeah, from letting all that out. Okay, fast forward a week, right? I work on him every Thursday. I talked to him after the massage. I said, hey, he told me to, like, this is all water under the bridge. Let it go. It's fine. And I told him after his massage, I was like, hey, man, I want to talk to you about Friday. I just want you to know all of that water is far under the bridge and it's fine. I want to tell you the things that I have experienced in the days following. For a week, it felt like I cried every morning. My nose felt like I woke up sobbing every day for a week, maybe even a little bit still today. Like I can like still feel like the remnant tinglings of a good fucking cry, right?
Nice.
He also said, he was like, he goes, I think you let out a lot more than just like you were upset about Bailey having a poopy diaper at the wrong time.
Yeah.
Right.
He was like, I think you were letting out a lot of shit that you were like holding in. And he was like, and it even made your hands better, right? It even made you, he was like, you were more present. He was like, you didn't talk about you didn't talk about what you're going on. You let me talk about all of my stuff and you didn't even bring you up unless it was like appropriate to.
Right.
And then I was like, oh, cool. But yeah, that was, I'm so excited. I got to tell you that. It was
cool.
sick. It was like one of the coolest things. I told my wife.
What's your moon? We're friends on CoStar.
Yes. I have like dabbled with shrooms and stuff, right? This experience was like that, but times like 20. Like it was like shrooms does its thing and then like you have like a day or two of like lingering like happiness or whatever, right? This was like a week of potent like thinking about how I handle things, how I communicate things with my wife. She likes and hates that happened because now I don't just sweep those things under the rug. I'm like, hey, like I got to do the kitchen. I'm not attacking you because the kitchen's that bad. I just, it needs to get done because I need it done for me. I'm not telling you to do anything. And I just voice those things a lot more effectively instead of just like raging and cleaning the kitchen or whatever.
Yeah.
She feels attacked, but I make sure I'm like, I'm not attacking you. I have to like verbalize. I just want to verbalize these things because if I don't, I'm going to become a shaken soda bottle again. And explode all over the place.
Pisces moon.
That's
Makes
what I would have
sense.
guessed.
Makes sense.
Yeah.
Explain that to me.
So something we talked about on one of our episodes, I don't know when, I do know exactly when, is like whatever your moon sign element is. So Pisces, yours water. I'm also water. That the best way to like have an emotional release is in that sign, like, so crying.
Oh, nice.
Yeah.
That's cool.
So just gotta cry more. Men's mental
look.
health. There we go.
My son is a Pisces moon, and it is like one of the best like moon signs for men, I think. I don't know. It's just like a really deep, profound, like they feel things very, very, very deeply. They're the deepest water sign of all of the water signs, and
Cool.
so sometimes it can be like too deep, where it just is like all consuming, and then but I think like letting off little bits at a time, like
Just
you're talking about, is like helpful.
twist the tap.
Yeah.
Release a little of that pressure. Kind of to that, I don't know if you've watched Ted Lasso, but there's an episode where he talks about his dad. As a spoiler, his dad commits suicide. Ted Lasso's character is to like listen to his the players on his team, and he's like very empathetic and very good at being there for people. When this comes up in one of the episodes, he was like, I think he was talking to his therapist in the show, and he was like, my dad committed suicide. My dad committed suicide because nobody listened to him. And he was like, and that's why I listened to him. And Trish and I were watching it the first time, and I was a fucking mess. And she was like, are you okay? And I was like, that didn't bother you? That was crazy. That was insane. And she was like, you're so soft. And I was like, yeah, but that was beautiful. It was beautiful, and it was so good.
Yeah.
It was like profoundly human and profoundly like, that's where problems are, and that show does a really good job on like touching on those areas, and I thought it was really good. And I was like,
I would call that like emotional intelligence is what that is. To be able to like, really have thought around profound like emotional intensity, or relate to other people in that way.
Which we need for our jobs.
I get in trouble with it.
Yeah.
Because that emotional intelligence, I'm like, do you want to talk about what's bothering you? She's like, I'm fine. And I'm like, okay, I know. Just because I feel this way doesn't mean I'm ready to talk about it. Okay.
Fair.
I'll be patient. I'll let you come to me. She's like, get out of my head. I'm like, I just know. I can tell. Sorry. I live with you. I pay attention to you a lot. So.
I feel like that was all my questions.
I feel like everything you just described is like parenting in a nutshell. Like they will push you to the brink. Like, and it'll just be something just like totally baby related, but like your world comes crashing down. It was just like the straw that broke the camel's back, and you're just like, I am losing my shit. But it's in order to like show you the areas that you can look at to like just be the best parent that you can be. And I think it just shows that you're like a caring dad, like because other people would just be like, here, take this baby, I don't want to deal with the shitty diaper, whatever. But yeah, that's welcome to the world
it's something, that's for sure.
Yeah.
But it's totally worth it. I wouldn't trade it for anything. So she's great. There have only been like not even a handful of days where I'm like, I cannot wait for Trish to come home, because I don't have the magical juice. She's fed up with me feeding her bottles, and she's just fed up with me. She's daddy's girl through and through, but sometimes she just wants mom. And when mom's not around, dad doesn't cut it. And I'm like, Trish, please get home. She's cussing me out right now, and I can't handle it. She won't let me do anything. The only thing she'll let me do is carry her around the house.
Yeah.
And my arm's going to fall off. So please come home. I need you.
I thought you were going to say she's cussing me out and I don't know what she's saying.
That too. She's speaking a different language.
And I can't understand.
I can't understand. I can't talk back.
Well, thank you so much for coming on and talking about all of that. Yeah.
Enlightening men's mental health.
Yeah.
Love it.
Yeah, we touched on a lot. That's
what we do.
Yeah.
We tangent around. We bebop around.
Yeah, for sure.
Thanks for having me. This was a lot of fun.
Yeah.
Yeah.
This was something I would definitely do again.
Cool. So you're not taking new clients, but please remind me. Yes.
Priya is taking new clients.
How can we plug that for you, for her?
I will send you guys our booking link and
put it in the show notes.
Yeah, you can book with her online. It'll give you an option of like me or her, and just pick her, and she'll have plenty of availability.
Sweet.
She's growing in popularity, and she's getting better, and that's
you wouldn't have picked her.
Yeah, and that's really awesome to see.
Yeah.
She did 5 massages on Saturday, and I was so stoked for her. I was like, wow, good for you.
Couldn't be me. Good for you.
Yeah. She will learn that. I told her, I keep coaching her. I'm like, don't kill yourself every day. It's not worth it. And take it from the guy who did that to himself. Don't do it. And she's like, I know, but I have goals. And I'm like, yeah, I did too. And you'll get there either way. So
literally.
Yeah, you'll either crash and burn across the finish line, or you'll cruise through it. So
yeah,
hopefully you just cruise through it instead. So
yeah.
Well, sick.
Yeah, we're posting on Instagram. We're on Apple Podcasts, Spotify, and YouTube.
Okay.
So people can find us all those places. We're asking for reviews.
Pretty please.
Yeah, because it'll help get the podcast out there. So if you're enjoying it, leave us 5 stars on Spotify.
Okay.
I think Apple too. I don't know.
Yeah.
I don't use Apple.
And comment on YouTube, all that good stuff. Subscribe, follow, blah, blah, blah. So
Easily.
yeah. And then we'll table this until next time.
Until next time.